Welcome viewers, Chess.com viewers, any viewers to another video by me, Grandmaster Simon Williams, also known as the Ginger GM. What are we going to do today? Well, I think we're going to have a bit of fun today. I'm going to try only 2 games on Chess.com. No idea how they're going to get on, but the openings I'm going to play, first of all, I'm going to try to play the transvestite variation. Now, you may be thinking, what on earth is that? Now, I'm not going to change into women's clothes. I'll show you what that is. So, when I had the white pieces, what you've got to do is swap your king and your queen about. So, you've got to do something like d3. This is how I'm going to do it, so I'm telling you my little secret. And then, let's say d5. I'm going to go king d2. And then I'm going to go queen e1. And I'm going to go king d1. The transvestite opening. So this is what we're going to try with white. So what am I going to do with the black pieces? Okay, well with the black pieces, I'm going to try to play in the spirit of the late Tony Miles. Grandmaster Tony Miles, England's first ever Grandmaster. And he famously beat Karpov with the black pieces, going a6 on move 1. So after e4, I'm going to go a6. And then if I'm feeling a bit cheeky, which is a word for pushing my boat out a little bit, I'm going to go h6 next. So that is the challenge. That is what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to search now for a 3-minute game, and I am playing the Jedi Master, Grandmaster. Oh dear. Let's go! Transvestite variation, here we come. So, okay, let's see how it goes. And you really probably should not do this against Grandmasters, and I probably really should get punished for this rude and crude behaviour. But let's give it a go anyway, shall we? Just for a bit of fun. So what's happened to my king and queen? They have done a little swap. A little sex swap there. And, well, I can't castle now. This is clearly one of the bad things with this opening. I don't actually know what I'm going to try to do here. I'm going to put my king on c2 maybe. Is this a possibility? Something like this? And maybe try to swap off some pieces. So I'm quite cramped here. Not a particularly great position, but that's what you're going to get when you play this opening. So, okay, can we do it? Can the opening be successful? Now, I'm going to desperately try to get castled by hand now. So my king is going to b1. Can we have a successful opening here? This is the question. Right, he's going to go c4 and try to pin me. That makes a lot of sense, which is quite annoying, hitting d3. So I need to try to get rid of this one somehow. Can I do that in any good manner here? Well, I could go e4. Let's try e4. Not totally convinced about this move because I had a nice safe structure here. I've got to be careful of my time as well. Well, I am playing. Let's have a look who I'm playing. So I'm playing Yoda, the Jedi Master, Grandmaster from Seoul by the looks of things, and he has gone to open up the position. Very wise play from my opponent. Now he's going to try to come down here with a check, so I'm going to try to stop that as long as I can by putting my queen here. Can I survive this? And I just want to get my king back to a1. Maybe now he just simply doubles up on the d file. Okay, he's gone for a more aggressive approach. Who can blame him? I can't blame him after the way I'm playing. And now b4 would be kind of consistent. Okay, he's coming over here, so I've got castled. Woo, woo. There we go. But my position is still, how do we say in the game? Smelly. It's a smelly position, but we can grovel. We can grovel. So I don't think I'll bring out my. I don't think you'll see my next book potentially being on this opening. I think we'll avoid this one in my next thesis on how to play chess. Right, I've got to start an attack, so I'm going to go h4, g5 and try to start something over on the king side, because otherwise this is just grim. So, ho, here we go. Desperation here. And obviously he has control of a lot of areas of the board. Now, can I play knight h4, or is something nasty going to happen? He takes here, so something nasty is probably going to happen. This is probably not a very successful opening. Oh dear, look at this. It's all horrible. You've got to try things in life, haven't you? If you don't try, you don't know. It could be a great new opening that we're going to see Magnus Carlsen suddenly start using in his professional career. Doubtful. I think b4 here would be a real problem. Okay, so what am I going to do? He has a horrible pin on me here, and I'm going to be completely under the cosh after something like queen to this square. Can I start a counterattack somehow? I don't think it's looking likely, is it? I mean, I really don't want to put myself in this horrible pin with king to this square. I mean, I'm being pinned all over the shop. Can we go for a desperate piece sack? I should have gone this last move, but I don't think it's working. Okay, so not very successful for the transvestite variation. And, well, that is kind of as we expected, I think. You know, transvestite, what you're going to get if you play the transvestite variation. Is there any glimmer of hope here? Can we try anything? I don't think so. We'll keep punting a couple more moves. And maybe he want to rematch me and I can play the Tony Mars variation. But okay, maybe this is... Yeah, I don't think we'll see this in become too popular. And, right, so any way I can do anything here? Okay, well, let's give my king an escape square because then I can try to take on g6 and maybe do something with that. That's my idea. Bishop, queen takes g6. My bishop coming in. My last hope. Come on. I need to swindle now. The reason I couldn't take there immediately is because he'd go queen d3 check. And then there'd be a back rank checkmate. I need to give my king some escape square first. I could have actually gone check and taken his knight last move. But again, I feel he has some checkmate on the back rank. So that would have been... not ideal. So I still have this idea of simply checking and picking up his knight, and he's a bit short of time. Okay, so he's now allowing me to do that, but okay, it's getting quite messy now. He's spending a lot of time. I'm getting a bit more hope here, just a little bit more hope. Okay, now I have queen e6 check, which is a saviour of c3, and the game on. It's game on. Come on, transvestite variation. Is he going to take a draw? Are we going to take a draw? No, of course we're not going to take a draw. We're going to try to win. You know, we can't take draws, old boy, as they say in England. Okay, he's still trying to do some checks here, nasty checks. Okay, let's go in. Come on. Bishop e6 check coming. 15 seconds left. It could be a success. Queen takes f6. What a... Queen... He's guarding everything. Short of time here, both of us. Okay, got to get the queens off, then I'm happy. Oh yeah, now I'm a pawn up. How did this ever occur? What's going on? Well, sir. This is looking... And his rook is trapped. Look at that. What a bizarre position. His rook is trapped. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is the way to play chess. Never in doubt. And Carlson, if you need a new opening at the top level... then there we go, sir. Okay, so it's successful transvestite opening. And we're going to try one more game here with the black pieces against the same opponent. And now we're going to go for Tony Mars' favourite opening, the a6 and h6 line. So let's now see how we get on with this, shall we? And, okay, I'm sure my opponent's a bit annoyed after that. Very lucky to win that one because, as you can tell, I was in a little bit of difficulty there, possibly. Definitely. So, okay. So, we're going to go for a different kind of style of play here with Tony Mars' favourite double pawn moves here. And I'm just going to try to develop some pieces. I think that's nearly always a good idea, they say. They do say that in chess, don't they? Develop your pieces. And hopefully I'm not going to get smashed by some d5 or e5 move, which I have to be honest, I'm quite concerned about. For example, d5 would have been very strong there, followed by... Well, this is quite strong as well, isn't it? Where does my knight go? Yeah, I kind of walked into that one, didn't I? Back to grovel mode. How are we going to grovel? Yeah, okay. Knight to g8. And now he's just trying to crush me. So, okay, we're going to have to take that one because otherwise his pawns become too strong. And we're going to have to try to eliminate this knight by... That's why I placed my knight here. And maybe this is not so bad because at least I fulfilled my development now. And it's not the end of the world. Okay, well, look. Sometimes in life you just got a castle. So we'll try this one. And now let's put our knight, first of all. Do we put it there? Or do we go here? Knight d5. I've got a bad pawn structure here, but my pieces seem to be reasonably active in this position. So maybe that's not entirely terrible. I'm not saying it's great either. Don't get me wrong. We do not use the word great in such positions. What am I trying to do here? Well, I'm going to try to create some place somehow on the c-file. And also my last move had the intention of trying to get my knight to this square and play it along this line. If bishop takes, queen takes. So I'm kind of worried about some attack my opponent might start with f5. So if I get the queens off the board, his attack becomes a lot less worrying. And now I'm just going to try to eliminate some pieces. And he still has this attack, you see, which is a little bit worrying, you know, but we can't panic. There's no point panicking in life, is there? It doesn't get you anywhere. So I'm going to try, and now, okay, just line my rooks up in decent-ish squares, but he has a big, ooh, knight there. Ooh, I didn't like that. Don't like that at all. Oh, I've walked into that one. Well, this has not been a very successful opening, but can we fight back again? Let's try. Looking doubtful here. Looking very doubtful. Okay, I think I've got to go for the exchange of queens here, even if I'm losing a very important pawn at some stage. And he has this big square on d6, and I'm down on time. Well, that's the bad side of things. But things can only get better. So I'm not sure if this has a name, this opening's a6 and g5. Maybe it is something like the Miles variation, or something along this line. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, and I still don't like it because he has queen g3. Looks quite scary. Yeah, it's not nice, but my last move d5 blocks my bishop in as well. So, you know, speaking kind of positionally, it's pretty grim as well. Now rook d3 looks like a good move. Can I try to complicate with d4? In bad situations, you just got to complicate. At least this opens up my bishop. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I even saw that last move, and now my king's dropping. Okay, well it's kind of game over. Just like before, we'll play on a little bit, shall we? Just to see if we can swindle Mr. Jedi Master Yoda again. Let's just try. Let's just try to swindle. It's a little bit rude, but you know, you've got to try. You've got to try in life. You don't get anywhere if you don't try, they say. Okay, so now we're going to first attack this square. And, oh, hello. Well, let's take that one. Thank you. And now d3. Well, his queen's coming in here. This is the problem with my position. So I might have to do something to stop this infiltration first. Okay, I'm just gonna. I don't want to go backwards, of course not, but I don't want to get checkmated either. So it's a choice of two bad moves here. Well, I am a queen down. I don't even know why I'm playing on here. Okay, well I've got to try to run Derek up the board. Derek the D pawn. Go Derek, go Derek. Okay, my opponent has put a stop to Derek with his queen. Okay, it's a bit messy again. This could be the art of the swindle here in action. And now, okay, I'm going to take this, and then he checks. Ooh, that's a good move, isn't it? And I'm short of time. And my position's rubbish. And generally, things are not looking good. Okay, well, we 1 out of 2 is all right. Now, some knight h7 check is scary. I'm just, again, my only chance is to push my d-pawn up the board. If I can get Derek going up the board, then who knows? Okay, well, I have to go here. No choice here. I've got to move quick as well. Okay, let's see. Obviously, my opponent should not take a draw here because that'd just be embarrassing towards him. Okay, so he's done this. Oh, rook g6 would have been a killer move there. Remember, I still have this move. Okay, we've got to just hustle him now. Okay, we're trying all sorts of hustles. All sorts of hustles here. Everything, come on, quick! Quick! Speed is the key, Simon! Speed! Oh! Oh, yeah! There we go. A successful, but rather smelly 2 out of 2 there. Not sure I'll be trying those openings again. It was only a bit of fun. I might get some bad comments for that, but you know, time is part of the game. You've got to move quickly. My opponent very kindly is saying thanks for the games. So yes, I will say thank you back. Very good sport. At least he said thanks. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed those videos. Just a little bit of fun. And I have my own YouTube channel as well, which is basically, if you search Ginger GM videos, then you'll be able to find my YouTube video channel there as well. But hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Successful openings. Bye for now.